Welcome back, guys. Hopefully you guys might have missed my videos. An annoying thing called normal life got in the way, and I had to handle some things. And I also, a couple days ago, threw my back out doing yard work. I guess this is becoming a normal thing now that I've hit 30. And if you are an Age of Empires player and you're either hitting 30 or getting close to hitting 30, go ahead and hit the like button because we're old as crap. I say that because I first started playing Age of Empires, the original one, back in the 90s. It was probably 99, maybe it was early 2000. But I remember I got my hands on a Windows 98 CD. I think it was the second edition. So whenever that came out. And Age of Empires actually had a free demo with the Road to Rome expansion on it that you could play. And that was the first thing that ever got me hooked. But anyway, so I don't cast a lot of Black Forest games, I always say that, but if you notice when I do cast a Black Forest game, it's because Frank, in yellow here, sends it in. And usually, well actually every time, it's been pretty dang good, which is why I decided to cast it. So Frank is from New Zealand. He has an unranked score of nearly 2400, or 2300, excuse me. And I don't see a ranked elo. Moving on to Grinchy Noob, which I think is a fantastic name. I love it. He has a Empire Wars team of 1300 and change, regular match 1400, and regular team match of 2500 and change. Next up is Censar. Oh, wait, did I say we're no? Grinchy Noob is from the United States, and he's playing as the Burmese. And let me back it up real quick. Frank is playing it as the Poles. And the gray Censar is playing as the Saracens. He's from the United States. His unranked is 2700 and change, and his 1v1 is 1800 and change. Last but not least for this team is TW Wind. TW Wind has a it says People's Republic of China flag when I googled it, but I guess it's actually the Taiwan flag, which would make sense. Maybe TW Wind is Taiwan Wind, I don't know. So yeah, and he's playing as the Ethiopians. In the purple we have Sidewire, and Sidewire is from the United States, playing as the Vietnamese. Unranked is 2300 and change, and that's all he's got on there. In the blue we have Munez 81, which has an unranked score of 2300, and Empire Wars of 1300, almost 1400, and regular 1v1 of 1625, and regular team of close to 3000 is 2800 and change. And he's from the United States. And then you got Mark Tanner from Canada with a unranked score of 2500 and change. And he's playing as the Italians. And then last but not least for this team is Savvy Empire. There's no flag on the Empire or the AoE 2 companion app, so I don't know where he's from. His unranked score is almost 2100. Regular team match regular 1v1 is 1300 and change. Regular match team is 2700 and change. So that should be everybody, and let's see what's going on. Oh, another thing is I'm experimenting with this larger minimap mod, hoping to you know, just catch what's going on a little bit faster so I don't miss anything. We'll see if it worked for me. And look at that. Actually, I'm really glad I caught that. I don't know. I enjoy seeing triple boar lures and just multiple board lures. Oh. Oh, man. Jeez, does he have loom? He does have... Oh, he has loom. Well, I mean, 50 food for a villager. May he rest in peace. And he's got 3 boar under the TC, or close to it. So, worth the trade-off. But, you know, F in the comments for my boy, Grinchy Noob losing the Ville. Now, I don't really understand why Red walled this up. This is where Red lured the 3 boar from. They were right here. I remember seeing earlier. You can see the wolf was probably killed a villager, considering it still has some life. But there was a total of 9 boar over here. Like, how insane would that be if you're able to lure, you know, more, maybe all of them at one time? But I don't understand the palisade here in between him. Like, if anything, you need a wall here between orange and purple, and right around here where teal walled, then right here. And also, look at these scouts. When I first saw them, I was like, okay, is this a, not to be weird, but is this like a Native American Indian kind of scout? And then I realized, no, wait, this is a Age of Empires 1 scout. Skin, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's kind of cool to see that. Apparently, as we go on, you will see several different mods that the developers put in, including the champions now look like, I think it's longswordsmen, and the priests look like monks, or monks look like priests, I don't know. So there is a villager walled in over here, hiding. Sneaky green villager. And let's see what's going on over here. Gray is trying to get into Purple's base. Doing some stone walling over here. And that is a lot of fishing ships. There's 27 food left there, and 200 there. Yeah, it makes sense because before you're in Castle Age, why not produce more units that can collect food for you? But I never really thought of, like, because I'm not a Black Forest player really, I never really thought about building an early dock. Triple boiler to protect his villager. Ooh, and this villager does not have loom. Let's see if Frank can get his villager all the way back, kill all 3 boars, and not lose a villager. Looking good so far. He got 1 hit on him. Ooh. Oh, lucky that boar glitched. Ooh. Oh, okay, he saved him.
Ready, Greeton.
Okay.
Man
So,
down. Ready.
3 villagers took some serious hits, including this guy down to, I think he was at 5 health. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So that's right. Poles, they earn their health back, which is amazing. But yeah, there you go. 3 boars lured, no loom needed. Health will come back as poles. And green building some sneaky Britain barracks. And red and orange both have failed to wall this area. This is wide open because red decided to wall here, which makes no sense, but okay. And this is actually a huge area as gray gets in here with gray and orange get in here to harass purple, causing purple to have to build a tower. But this is a huge area to have to wall off. And orange has quite a few archers in here. And orange is Ethiopian. So they will have a faster firing archer line, 18% faster. We now have several players inside of castle. And orange trying to keep blue from being able to rescue purple. Not looking too hot for purple, honestly.
Yay.
And purple's having to get stone early so he can build more TCs. Yellow committing to building stone wall to keep green out. Little does he know that green is already in. Let's see what he can see. Yeah, he cannot see that green is already in. Unless his scout happens to see him. Ooh, and there the scout sees him. Well, will he react? He does. Haha. And I don't think that villager's gonna survive. Oh, he will for now. Maybe getting that siege workshop up. Yeah. Frank's not too happy about that. The villa's low. Ah, ooh. Kills the villager, so no more production buildings can be built now. But that siege workshop did go up. And green is going to attack these fishing ships. Not before yellow can save it, though. Quite a few knights coming over here. In yellow's base. Yellow is going to respond by building a monastery. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Blue building war wagons. Fantastic counter to archers. Forcing orange back with some losses and some damage. Gray got the light cavalry upgrade. Trying to take down this tower that was protecting purple's gold. And first monk. Okay, that's what I was talking about. Look at this old school. Now, I didn't change the thumbnail down here, but it does change the skin. The old school Age of Empires 1. Oh, and he even does the hi-yo. Nice. Gets one conversion. That brings back some nostalgia. I think I was probably around 7 or 8 when I first played. And I was addicted. Well, I guess I still am. Several decades later. Or a couple decades and change later. Don't want to make myself too old. These war wagons seem to be doing really good. Pushing orange all the way back into his base. Orange now hitting castle age. Purple has got some breathing room. He's got several towers up and some war wagons to defend himself. And yellow really committing to the monks. We'll lose that monk there, but has several conversions now. It always sounds to me like he's saying, I heal you, I heal you. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping though. Oh. Trying to stonewall in the stables. I like it. Mangonel out for Savvy Empire. Several of these fishing ships went down. Blue building a defensive castle. Purple getting some more walls up. And yes. Come on, get some conversions. Looks like, did he got one. Got one conversion. Yeah, you really don't want to go archers versus war wagons. Priests are amazing against war wagons, and some melee really helps. But Orange really sticking with the whole archer line. At least he could spread them out a little bit as Gray brings a relic forward. Not sure, man, it must have been a misclick. Okay, there you go, bringing it back. Quite a few knights for green. Quite a few priests for Frank. Red and Gray just content to boom for the most part. Gray's really just contributing some monks.
Do waszych usług.
Another fantastic feature that was added recently, and look at that, that's pretty cool, is this. I love this. I don't have to click away from my screen to see what I can access and what I can't, and what's been upgraded already and what is not. And Teal building a castle. Alright. Okay, so Teal is the first player in Imperial Age. And I feel like these condos, or condotero, or however you say it, are so underused and underappreciated. For someone that just hit Imperial Age, they are a fantastic unit, I feel like. 80 hit points, 10 base attack, +2, you know, from the blacksmith so far. Decent stats, and you don't have to spend any money upgrading them. There is no elite condo. There is no steps up to it. So, you know, and if you're an Italian or an Italian ally, you have access to them as soon as you hit imp. I mean, that is just strong. What I would like to see is a team game where you had an Italian teammate and a Viking teammate, because the Vikings get the 20% extra hit points on their infantry. And how cool would it be to have condos with, what would that be, 96 hit points, almost 100 hit points as soon as you hit imp? That's a pretty strong unit to have, you know what I mean? I wonder what other team bonuses would be good for getting condos. Maybe a goth player spamming them out, having a faster barracks. Could be fun. Eee. Killed a couple of his own knights. Forcing Orange back. Took out Gray's monks, or several of them anyway. There's still a few left. And his camels. Also, I just feel like they're a pretty cool looking unit. Very Age of Empires 1 looking to me. Can't say that teal is my favorite color, but or cyan, whatever you want to call it. But it's just a cool looking unit. And they have 4 melee and 4 pierce right now. Blue sending villagers forward. Orange is having to fall back. Pretty much his entire base is abandoned. Does have some villagers over here, but who knows how much longer those are going to last. And the Burmese player Grinchy Noob has some elite battle elephants. Ooh, and Orange calls the GG.
No.
Not looking too good. Gray says no. I mean, it sucks for Orange where he's at, but his team does have the score lead. And all 4 of his teammates, or all 3 of his teammates, are in Imperial Age, and he's an Imperial Age, and only 2 of the enemy team are Imperial Age. So if he could just get some villagers out of here and maybe try and rebuild somewhere, you know, might be okay. But he needs to do it now, and not just let your villagers get shot by these war wagons. And you have to wonder if you're going to see some battle elephants from the Vietnamese player. They did get a buff on them recently, where they have extra hit points. And look at these condos doing work. How many villagers does Orange have left? 5. 5 villagers left. Oh. Why do people do that? So it said up here on the top, it said he resigned, but over here it says that he disconnected. I don't understand why people disconnect. But anyway, so now it's 3-4. He had 5 villagers left. I feel like he should have ran and tried to rebuild. I mean, his team still has the score lead, but he called it GG and gave up the ghost. So now the question is, can 3 teammates with the score lead beat 4 teammates? And the Obuk are in for Frank. God, I love these guys. These guys are so cool looking, and I love the fact that they rip armor off of their opponents. Can't push past the Green's castle right now. We'll need to get some Trebs out. Or maybe some Rams. What an interesting combination. Pikes, Obuk, and Priests. And elite skirmishers. Kind of cool that the opposing team has the team unit of condos and the team unit of Imperial skirmisher. That's 2 units that their entire team can build. There's only so many units out there that every team can build whenever you have that certain civilization on your team. Genitor is another one. And these war wagons are doing work. Okay, good. I was thinking I really wanted to see some pikes get added in because, I mean, condos are strong, but condos don't have a bonus against elephants. You know what I mean? But pikes do. So that's a deadly combination. Pikes and condos plus war wagons. But that is a ton of elite battle elephants. 320 hit points, 18 attack. And some heavy camel riders too. Some very strong units for red and gray, but they're fighting against their counters, pikes. Need to be careful, don't want to throw away a ton of gold. Things have really stabilized over on this side for purple, especially since orange resigned. Getting markets up on both sides, both teams. And that is a ton of war elephants. Elite battle elephants, excuse me. and the Italian player adding in some elite Genoese crossbowmen. I love these guys. These guys, if you have a big enough ball of them, shred paladins, shred elite battle elephants. Castle goes down though. 4 trebuchets on a hill. Knights going down. But purple has halbs, and now there's elite Genoese crossbows, and that is extremely anti-cavalry. All these battle elephants going down. And the camels will be next. Blue added in bombard towers. He's Korean. These trebs are looking to make short work of it. But there needs to be an answer to these halbs. You might win the fight, but not economically. And some onagers even coming out for blue. Did not do anything. A lot of pikes are halbs and crossbowmen though. And oh, nice. Nice. I missed the castle going down, but Frank has Siege Ram. Siege Ram, Elite Skirm, 6 monks, and Obuk. What a combination. Up against Briton Longbow and Italian Condottiero. Needs to keep these rams alive if he wants to take down this castle. These condos are doing pretty good work versus them. Archers aren't particularly effective against rams when you have this many of them. It's doing okay. Really should try and get these skirms and try and focus down on these longbows if possible. This Obuk doing work. Oh, and taking down this castle with trebs. Alright. Move back over here. Gray adding in some onagers of his own. Red adding in some light cav. Still need to answer versus these halbs, though. Red, go halbs, man. Cav is useless. Yeah. Something to counter halbs. Maybe a champion. He's gonna lose these trebs. Not before they take out some siege onagers. Yeah, it's sending cav in, especially light cav, versus Genoese crossbowmen, elite. Not smart. And that castle is going to be denied. Doubt castle right there. Pushing hard over here, so both sides are making a shift counterclockwise. Yellow into green's base, and purple, teal, and blue into orange's base, and trying to push into gray's base. Gray holding in tight. Holding on tight with these onagers. Really needs an answer though to these halbs getting close. Trying to use light cav. Yeah, so the Mangonel line for Koreans has +1 range, and team bonus, the Mangonel line minimum range is reduced. That makes these siege onagers particularly effective. They can reach further than the other team, and they can shoot closer with reduced minimum range. And geez Louise, so effective. So freaking effective. As we have a siege onager fight here. Oh, whoa. That was surprisingly good for Gray. Okay, well, no, actually that still is really, oh, ooh. As Blue murders 2 of his own siege onagers. So yeah, that started out not looking too good for Gray, but actually he ended up taking out way more of Blue's than Blue took out of his. That's something you gotta be careful when you're facing siege onagers yourself. Don't have them clumped up together like that because you lose them. But these purple halves are doing a good job poking away. Jeez Louise. Freaking World War III right here. Great, even adding in some hussars now. Trying to pick off the siege. These Genoese crossbowmen are just shredding them though. Blue building some bombard towers. Taking and using Orange's resources. And Yellow doing a good job pressuring this side. If Teal is not careful, his base will be next. And what's left of Green's as he migrated into Teal's base.
Yeah.
These skirms should be able to be upgraded to Imperial skirms. We'll see if that happens. Got 2 villagers on this castle right now. 10 hit points and 20. We'll see if it goes up. Stable's going down. And it looks like this castle will go up. Almost there. It does. Alright. Oh, yeah. Another awesome feature that was added recently are the new and approved trade cards for different civs. And just look how beautiful these are. The camel trade cards, the ox trade cards. Before we just had the traditional horse and the Mesoamerican trade card. What a treat to get to see something else. I know some people complain, you know, about changing the skins, saying it's harder to see things, whatever. I could see that when it comes to villagers, because they might blend in, or if they had a shirt on, or not a dress, it might look more like a military unit. I don't know. But trade carts, I feel like it's pretty safe. Jeez, I gotta get off. I don't know why it's showing me all this crap. I'm flaring the hell out of that. Swap back to the other team. Oh wait, that's still the same team. Frank, we go to Frank. Okay. Imperial skirms are in. 8 attack versus 7 attack. Same amount of range. 3 armor and 9 armor versus 2 armor and 6 armor. So the armor is really where it stands out. Condos are strong, but versus Obu, especially outnumbered, no. Not gonna work. Really shouldn't have taken that fight by himself. Should have worked in conjunction with Green. Green is doing a good job cleaning it up though. And these siege rams and trebuchets, what a deadly combination, really cleaning this up. A lot of bombard cannons for purple. Gray trying to come in here with some hussars to get them. Gray gets several of them actually. Looks like a little bit of a stalemate right now. Both sides shoring up their sides with extra defenses and production buildings. And this side has to hold if they want to win. There's too much at stake here. All of Teal's economy, their trade carts are coming here. This side has to hold. More castles, more units, more production buildings. Has to. And that castle goes down. I feel like if the Breton player added in some of his own condos, or if he has the extra money, let's go to green. No, he does not. Okay. I was going to say if he had the extra money, maybe even go the champion line. But as it is, he really needs to get his economy up and running again. He needs to focus on getting some food and probably pump out condos. Because Teal cannot fight both places and maintain enough troops over here. And these longbow and skirms are effective against some, but they need melee versus the rams. The score has flipped to the 4 versus 3 side. Gray says, go champs red. Now, I believe red is Burmese. Yeah, so Burmese. Click over to Burmese. Burmese get 1+ infantry attack per age, starting in feudal age. So, feudal castle imp. That is 3 extra attack on their infantry. So it's 13 attack halves, but if he adds in champion, those are going to be some deadly dudes, and it'll really be good versus the halbs and the condos. There you go, a Vietnamese condo. Yeah. So you have British Imperial skirms and Vietnam condos. How cool is that? No special stats for him. Actually, if you had a Burmese player with a Italian ally, that would be what, 13, whatever additional attack. 13, maybe 16, maybe 16 attack condos. Ooh, that was a big hit there. That'd be nuts. Let's see. Burmese, they get attack. So all 3 attack plus the 3 attack additional that they get on top of the 10 baseline attacks. So that'd be 16 attack condos. So imagine that. Ooh, glitching a little bit. If you do a fast Imperial Age and maybe some guys sling you some resources, you could just start pumping out 16 attack Condotero as a Burmese player. Bombard cannons on both sides going down. They are making forward progress, getting some towers up, and look at that. This is what the champions look like right now. The old school Age of Empires 1, I believe it's longsword unit. Could be wrong. Basically Legionnaire style, whatever. So freaking badass. Probably one of the coolest, if not the coolest looking unit in the original Age of Empires. My personal favorite, even over like the Hoplite or Hoplite, however you want to say it. Just... and especially in red. Aw, nerd. I don't care. I love it. Beautiful. And these guys have 20 attack. 20 attack champions. Strong, strong dudes. These siege onagers though are doing work. Oh, look at that. Massacring them. It's a deadly combination. Trebs, siege onagers, halves, condos, and bombard towers, or keeps, excuse me. I wonder if that was a misclick. He has bombard towers down here, I think, right? No, maybe he has been going keeps the whole time. Okay. Yep, just keeps. Ooh. He is in, and he's building bombard towers behind it. Adding onagers of his own, Obuk, trebuchets, still some priests, and this is our make or break moment for this team. They've got to hold this side. Building bombard cannon, towers, excuse me, to try and stabilize. Ooh. And Teal cut a little sneak path into Red's base. And Red quickly tries to wall up. He's like, no, no, no. Not today, Isis. Red has a lot of idle vills. Okay, he's fixing it now. Oh, because some condos got in. Alright, alright. A battle elephant making it over here. Actually, did Purple ever make battle elephants? I was hoping we might see some of that. Look at all those trade cards. Nope, still going with the condo and how deadly combination, but now that Red has these 20 attack champions, they are going to start making short work of these halves with 8 attack and condos with 12 attack. Just not the same. You may have an extra 10 hit points on a champion, but these champions are going to destroy you with that extra attack. Siege rams coming in. This is not good for Teal. Those towers are going to go down so quick with these siege rams. Look at these Obuk. He's swinging his big old pickaxe. And that, you know, that's actually a really tanky unit too. 95 hit points for an infantry is tanky. When you consider a regular champion only has 70. Did anybody else see the new patch notes? The Teutonic Knights, not the Elite, but the Teutonic Knights themselves, got quite the buff. And so did the Berserker for the Vikings. I actually tried playing as the Vikings several times, trying to capitalize on their 20% extra hit points in Feudal, and even also trying some of the recently buffed Berserkers. I won a few times. I got beat several times, so maybe I'm still gotta work on the meta. But interesting changes. You know, I've always used the Vikings either A for longboats on water maps, and then B more commonly when I'm playing a land map. You use them as for ARBs because they had, you know, all the archer upgrades you could want and a super strong economy. So why would you not? And unfortunately, the Vikings recently lost, what is it, Thumb Ring? I think it's Thumb Ring, which really affects their accuracy, and that's a huge loss to the Vikings. But they countered it by giving them that 20% extra hit points on their infantry starting in Feudal, where it used to be only 20% in Imp, and it was smaller in Feudal and Castle. And they buffed the Berserker, but it's just harder to play with. Green actually pushing back here a little bit. And what is the... okay, population 200. So, not a huge fan of playing Black Forest. I know I've said it a bunch of times now, but if I do play it, like I like to play with more population than just 200, because you have to have so many freaking trade carts running to keep your gold supply up that it limits how many military units you can have, and then you can't have the big, awesome post-imperial unit battles that you want to have, because you got so many freaking villagers and trade carts. As Gray kind of murders some of Red's long champions. So both sides actually pushing back a little bit. You know, Imperial skirms are strong, but elite battle elephants are a tough cookie to take down. And I really feel like the British player is making a big mistake by not adding in some barracks units. Whether it's condos, whether it's freaking halbs, even champions if you can afford it. Just really sticking to just skirms and longbows, and that's not good. Versus siege onagers, rams, obuk, and battle elephants. Oh, hey, elite battle elephants for the Vietnamese player with 420 hit points, an extra 100 hit points more than Red. Those are some chunky boys. 420 hit points. Now they only have 16 attack versus Red's 18 attack, but still, an extra hit point, extra 100 hit points. Just nuts. I'm glad he started making those. You know, and part of the reason why I decided to cast this game was just how visually pleasing, aesthetically pleasing so many of these units are. I mean, just... Also, I kind of feel like I'm watching a Spirit of the Law video. You know, he always has, like, the craziest, wackiest stuff going on in the background while he's talking about all the different, you know, technical mumbo-jumbo. And like, how often do you actually get to see a bunch of post-imperial units and unique units, and British imperial skirmishers and Vietnamese condos and stuff like that in a game? Especially when you're only watching like 1v1 Arabias, which, don't get me wrong, I enjoy them, probably one of my favorite maps to play. But you only do so much, and so many times the game never goes late, you know what I mean? Kind of fun to see something different. And these Vietnamese battle elephants are really pushing in. Gray trying to hold on now. If Gray's castle and these production buildings go down, of their trade is at risk. There is no other trade route right now. Got to secure that, keep it alive. Gray adding in a second castle. Another change to the Burmese that doesn't really apply here, but just I'll mention it, is the Burmese used to have, I think it was +5 or 6 attack versus buildings for their cavalry, and now they have it at versus archers. So they're really an anti-archer civ now, with their cavalry being able to target and destroy archers so easily. And this is not good for their the 4-player team. Teal's base has been essentially wiped out. There's still some trade coming along here, but these rams are going to clean up these buildings pretty quick. Unless he uses the villagers to attack the rams, which does not look like he is. Attacking some of the trade carts now. Teal has rebuilt his base somewhat over here and over here. But losing where your trade was going to and a bunch of trade carts is going to be huge. As they're trying to reposition their trade over here now. These Obuk, though, are taking the trade. The skirms are luring them away and making pretty short work of them. Looks like the markets are going to remain standing now. Ooh. Does this game not have everything? Freaking turtle ship. Ships. So cool. I'm sorry, guys. I get excited by like gold just sitting there. And pushing purple and blue back a little bit here. What this turtle ship can do. Pull away, pulled away, pulled away, pulled. Oh. All you had to do was just yes. Put it in Harry. Hopefully you guys have seen that video. Still attempting to hold on here. Now, I love Genoese crossbowmen. Remember, they're anti-cav units, not particularly anti-infantry unit. There's no additional bonus. I mean, they'll do alright, but there's no bonus versus infantry. And he needs to watch out! Ew! Some big hits from these onagers. Nice. Jeez. Ooh, that could have been a lot worse for Frank there. Blue sending in some siege onagers of his own. And honestly, that's what they needed sooner. They needed some of Blue's siege onagers, really, to push back against the Rams and Yellow's onagers and Grays. Just didn't have the right unit composition on this side. Doing much better on this side. And it's a elite battle elephant versus elite battle elephant war over here. Would you rather have 420 hit points with 16 attack or 18 attack with 320 hit points? I gotta say I'm siding with the Vietnamese player. Like that additional 100 hit points. And that's ballsy, Gray. That's awfully ballsy. Taking a chance of losing them. Yeah, a couple of them go down. Adding some pointy boys on both sides over here. Red's pointy boys are much stronger. 8 attack for the Vietnamese pointy boys. 13 attack for the red pointy boys. Huge difference. And, ooh, lordy. Ugh. Gray, you just lost like 5, 6, 7 siege onagers for nada. Zip zap 0. That was a waste. Come get these relics, bro. Got plenty more onagers coming though, and some bombard cannons, which are going to make short work of the enemy's onagers. And it looks like the 3-player team is now pushing on both fronts. These Trebs are making short work of these keeps. And Teal calls the GG. The 3-player team has beat the 4-player team. If Orange had just hung in there and rebuilt, he could have had a win. But that's it. That is it, guys. Wow. Great job, Frank and his team. Grinchy Noob slinging lots of resources to Frank. And Censar doing a good job as well, protecting that trade route. I think ultimately this is where they lost the game, just by not having the right unit composition to protect this side and keep the trade routes going. Losing Green's base was not the end of the world, but losing Teal's base, not good. Not good at all. But good job to both sides. Put up a hell of a fight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll have more content coming for you guys soon. We'll catch you later.